Hey there, I'm Justin, and welcome to the first episode of Roll-to-Roll, the show where I use a d20 to roll character traits that inspire a performance. The idea is simple. I'll use my d20 to roll on 4 tables: a character archetype, the personality of the character, a goal that they're trying to achieve, and lastly, the scenario. So come with me as I roll this character, write a monologue for them, and bring them to life. Welcome to Roll-to-Roll. Alright, let's start by rolling the character's archetype. So we got a 14, that gives us a bard. That's pretty exciting. I've played bards in D&D, so I feel pretty comfortable with that. Alright, next we'll do their personality. Got a 17, so they're a naive bard. So maybe they're someone who's just stepping into bardhood. They've maybe not been around for a while, they don't have a lot of fame or experience maybe playing the instrument, so something naive. We can play around with that a little bit. Next, let's do their goal. So we got a 19, that means they're celebrating a victory. Okay, so our naive bard has accomplished something. Maybe he just graduated from bard college, something like that. We'll have some fun with that one for sure. And lastly, the scenario. Okay, we've got a 3, that means around a campfire. I think that's pretty fitting for our bard. He could be telling stories or something like that. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in the performance.
A toast to us. Not many a soul can claim to have faced a dragon, usually because they've ended up a pile of ash. And I must admit, I experienced a moment before the beast that I thought, is this how my story ends? Oh, but Raina, with your shield, stepping in so I may yet grace you all another day with tales of my adventures. And Thrakus, the way you swing your axe, it takes my breath away. Tomorrow, when we return to town, I shall recount our good deeds, and the village shall no longer need fear the dreaded monster. Let's just be sure to collect our reward and leave before they discover we failed to slay anything. We've successfully escaped a dragon, but an angry mob I'd rather not face.
Okay, let's roll another character. So, their archetype, let's start off with that one. A 1, we have a knight. That's great. Okay, knight's a really good voice. You could be very confident. Or, let's see what the personality dictates. Maybe that'll change. A 12, anxious. I think that's about the exact opposite of confident, so that'll be fun to play with. An anxious knight. What goal are they trying to achieve? A 9. Oh, they're saying goodbye. An anxious knight. Maybe that's why they're anxious, is they're saying goodbye to someone, or maybe they're saying goodbye to someone in the battlefield or something. We'll figure something out. That's gonna be fun. Scenario. All right, last one. A 1 again. During a storm. Wow. Okay, so this one can potentially be emotional. We'll see how it goes.
You can't be gone. I can't. You should have fallen back, followed my lead, obeyed my order, even if it was coming from a coward. I don't know how to do this without you. I should have turned around. I shouldn't have given in to my fear. Fear. I remember the nights you were kept awake by storms like this one. I would sit beside you and count the seconds between the lightning and thunder. The longer the silence, the farther away the storm. May you at last rest in eternal silence from the storm.
Okay, last character for this video. Let's do an archetype. Okay, natural 20. Okay, so you'd think a natural 20 is good, but in this case, we have commoner. All right, so that's not necessarily a bad thing, but we'll see. It's pretty much an open book, so let's see how it goes with the personality. Okay, 4, cynical. A cynical commoner. I am not opposed to that. That actually sounds kind of fun. Okay, next is their goal. Let's do that. 4. Their goal is to tell the truth. A cynical commoner telling the truth. You know, I think that's kind of what they think they're doing all the time with their cynicism, so maybe that plays super easy. Let's find out what scenario they're in. An 8, inside an abandoned temple. Okay. Telling the truth inside an abandoned temple. Why is it abandoned? Maybe there are cultists there, and maybe it's a cynical commoner cultist, like a grunt or something? We'll see.
Can you hear it? Can any of you hear him? The Great One's words fall on the ears of only his true believers. Promises of salvation, to never feel cast aside and forgotten anymore. Look around you. The roof is collapsing. Rot infests the walls. And we're thanking him for our privileges? I thought if I made myself small enough, faithful enough, something might finally answer. That I too may be worthy enough to receive his boons. But here I pray to the air. Make your sacrifices, anything to satiate your desire for paradise, while you waste away, forgotten anyway.
Thank you so much for watching the first episode of Roll to Roll. If you have any ideas for character traits that you'd like to include in these categories, please feel free to leave a comment below. And while these were the stories that I was inspired to tell based off of these characters, I would love to hear if you guys had something else in mind when you heard these characters. So please, feel free to leave a comment telling me those stories as well. I'd love to look into them. But with that, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.